Coach, that's a song. Daniel Jones is arriving for work, and man, he looks like he is ready to, I guess, play football. I mean, you can't tell. I mean, he's like Eli 2.0, this guy. It's unbelievable.
There's some difference.
With the 6th pick, the New York Giants select Daniel Jones.
As a Giants fan, this is a disgrace.
The Giants have lost their way. Eli's the starter.
Daniel's going to be ready when it's his time.
Manning stops, gets hit by Van Der Esch, and it gets sacked. His pass batted down at the line and then deflected and intercepted.
At this point, the Giants are looking for a jump start to their season.
A switch in roles. Daniel's our starter. Eli will back him up.
Jones is going to run it on a fake handoff. Touchdown, Giants. Daniel Jones delivers one right. He's got Ingram on the run. Touchdown, Giants. Jones fires one right into the end zone. Caught for the touchdown. He's going to run. Jones to the 5. Touchdown, Giants. And the Giants win their first game of the season. Wow. Daniel Jones broke the curse.
What a wild 2 weeks. And here comes his first home start, Kim Jones.
Indeed, Rich Eisen. You know, I like talking to teammates and coaches about Daniel Jones. Michael Thomas, the veteran safety and team captain, told me the other day that Jones won them over, the defense, back in May because they saw him on the practice field and every ball was pinpoint. His accuracy was so impressive. And offensive coordinator Mike Shula was asked what was most impressive about last week. Shula said first and foremost, the win. But he also said that Daniel's poised throughout the game, very even keel, very steady. He also said this, guys, as I know you're going to now have a convo about Daniel. He said that Daniel Jones during the game blocked everything else out, almost as if he was in the meeting room. I found that remarkable for a rookie, Rich.
So, I mean, it really was absolutely mind-blowing. Down 18, he comes up with the biggest comeback for the New York Giants since 1970, the Super Bowl era. He comes up with the first 300-yard passing, 2 rushing touchdown, 2 passing touchdown game in the history of the franchise. After months of derision and screaming and craziness and all sorts of stuff on the radio there in New York City and New Jersey in the metropolitan area. Will Daniel Jones save the Giants season is our question for you, Michael Irvin.
And let me expound on it now. We're not talking save it as in, boy, we still got a shot at the Super Bowl. We're not even talking save it as in, boy, we still got a shot at the playoffs. But save it in the sense of, boy, this has some meaning to it again. Because we'll watch now this young kid grow. And the excitement that comes around all the teams. Look at Saquon running. You don't think winning matters to these guys? And they got hope again. This kid threw for 2 touchdowns. This kid ran for 2 touchdowns. Eli has a total of 7 touchdowns. He's never run for 2 in a season, let alone 2 in one game. So those guys are saying, oh, my God, we have something here. We have something. We may not go to the Super Bowl, but we have something to start building on. We'll start this year and carry it over to next year, and there's no telling where we can go. He saved their season.
Oh, and I've talked already all week long about how well this kid played. I thought he played a cleaner game last week than Tom Brady played last week. But talk about save their season. And let's not forget their defense gave up 31 points last week. Let's not forget their defense gave up 500 yards. Let's not forget the guy we just saw on the screen, Saquon Barkley, is out for a number of weeks. And, Rich, let's not forget that it took a missed field goal for us to be talking and excited about them saving the season. There are a lot of issues here. Daniel Jones is not going to be the issue moving forward. As Mike's saying, that's where he saves the season. But in terms of wins and losses, I don't believe Daniel Jones saves the Giants season.
What a buzzkill, man.
Yeah, after that great thing I just did.
I'll bring it back up.
What is okay? Yeah, Booch, break the tie,
you know
Booch.
Talk about bring hope to that state. You think MetLife's going to be cranked up today to watch this kid
Absolutely,
play?
Coach.
It's going to.
That's what I'm talking about.
They could be booing by halftime, too.
I know it, but you know what? And he played the great game. We know that. But, you know, you're right, Kurt. Save the season. What does that mean? Because this roster is not as complete as the Dallas Cowboys in the same division and the Eagles. Those two teams have better personnel from top to bottom. Yes, this kid had a great game, and he looks like he is going to have a bright future. That's great. Here's what impressed me about this guy in this game. Handling pressure. What do I mean by that? There's two types of pressure. Number one is physical pressure from the defense. He was pressured 21 times in this game. They were coming after him and hitting him, and he had to escape, and he had to move all day long, and he was really efficient under duress, okay? That's the number one pressure. The other pressure, Rich, is handling starting for Eli. He can't mess this up because he will be criticized. They don't want to give the Giants reason to say, okay, too soon, let's go back to Eli. So there was a lot of pressure for him to perform well enough to keep this job the rest of the year. And you know what? He handled the pressure beautifully, physical pressure and the emotional pressure.
He handled the pressure. That means, boy, that gives you hope. He handled the pressure, Coach. That's what you call it, the pressure.
Pressure.
Double the pressure.
That's incredible.
Double the hope. Now, just real quick, though, I do want to just say this, and I know I might sound like I'm pontificating, but the Eli derision, just forgetting the 210 career starts in a row, the 2 championships, the Walter Payton Man of the Year patch on his chest. I mean, the dirt shoveling that you're seeing by Giants fans all of a sudden, not all of them, and by New York media, not all of it. There seems to be a lot of fun being had, and let's not forget the totality of everything.
Amen.
Right?
Amen.
Okay?
Yeah.
That said, you're such a buzzkill, Kurt.
Just answer the question.
Tom Brady reporting for work. Look at him out there, man, in Western New York.
Man, that doesn't look
Dressed
like
for
a man.
success, Rich.
That doesn't look like a man coming to get beat up.
Last year he came with his shirt untucked.
It looks like he's coming to do some beating.
Mike Giardi, take it away.
Thank you, Rich, and get ready for the Josh Allen experience. The Bills' second-year quarterback has shown some signs of growth and maturity. Cole Beasley telling me he's never seen a guy handle the highs and lows as well as Allen does as a young player from not just week to week, but play to play. But Allen admits there are still things he needs to work on, including decision-making. He made a bad one last week against the Bengals on Sunday, and it let the Bengals back into the game. He says that just can't happen, but I'm learning from it, and it won't happen again. Patriot players refer to him as a running back with a huge arm. They're going to try to put him in a blender today and see if they can confuse.
Game time decision for the Redskins. I had Joel Klatt of Fox Sports on my show just yesterday, actually Friday, and he said that there's a rift between management and the coaching staff over Dwayne Haskins. And it was in the draft room, and there is currently right now. And then the Washington Post, Ian Rappaport, reporting later on Friday that if Gruden loses today, he could be out of a job. What do you know, sir?
Yeah, my understanding, Rich, is that is not happening. Talked to several people very much in the know with the Redskins. They say Jay Gruden's job does not hinge on today's result. I said, what about the rest of the season? No one ruled out a move potentially later in the season. It is clear Jay Gruden is on the hot seat, but from what I understand, nothing is expected to happen today. As far as Gruden himself, I know people talk about potentially staff changes. My understanding is he is slated to ride it out with the guys he has. They could potentially look at making a quarterback move. That would be something to consider if Case Keenum comes out and has the turnovers he did last week. But as far as Gruden's job, I'm told today he is okay.
All right, Ian, thanks very much. Appreciate that. Now time to read and react right now. And we start with Michael Irvin. Oh, yeah, this is what happened after the Cowboys shocked the Saints last year on Thursday Night Football, week after Thanksgiving. Irv's voice is finally just now recovered from it. So, Irv, you'll be full-throated in this answer to this question. Who's going to have the bigger game tonight, Zeke or Alvin, sir?
Listen, I'm telling you, I was there. You see that, and what I saw was incredible. I saw Leighton Van Der Esch, a.k.a. Wolf Hunter, and I saw Jalen Smith, a.k.a. the Predator. I saw them searching, seeking, hunting, and destroying Alvin Kamara. He had 36 yards rushing and only 36 receiving. I see more of that today. And Ezekiel Elliott, he's just rounding into shape. He'll be doing exactly what he needs to do today. Take Zeke having a big day. Take those linebackers searching, seeking, hunting, and destroying, Rich.
All right, Irv, that's a read and that's a react. No question about it. Vikings are in Chicago, Steve Mariucci, facing a Bears team that has just been absolutely lights out on the defensive side of the ball. Second best scoring defense in the league. Kirk Cousins is 2-10 against such teams in his career. Mooch, does Cousins have a chance today against Khalil Mack and the monsters of the Midway? Mooch?
Thank you for that, Rich. Yes, he has a chance. You know what? This Bear defense is tough on every quarterback that they play against. Kirk Cousins lost to these guys twice last year, but the one in the Windy City, you know what? He threw a pick six and he threw 30.